We're going on a continuation of our One Piece arc recap. We move on to Alabasta. Pay attention because this is a very important one. Don't forget to subscribe and leave a like. After setting sail from Logtown, our crew arrives at Reverse Mountain of the Red Line, one of the entrances of the Grand Line. They go up the Reverse Mountain and into the Grand Line they go. There, they meet Laboon, a giant whale who keeps hitting his head on the Red Line because he misses his friends, who were a pirate crew that left him behind and entered the Grand Line. And they also meet a doctor named Crocus that was taking care of Laboon. There were also a couple of people that are trying to kill Laboon, Miss Wednesday and some other guy, he's not important. Long story short, the crew stopped them and carried them on their way using the log poles, a compass specifically for the Grand Line. Next up was Barako, an island of bounty hunters who work for Mr. Zero. On the island, we find out that Miss Wednesday was actually Princess Vivi from Alabasta. She is very important. The crew agrees to take her back to her country in order to stop a revolution that is happening there. Before they go, they meet Miss All Sunday, who is the highest woman in the organization, and she helps them by giving them a direct compass to Alabasta, but the crew doesn't accept it because she works for the enemy. She can't be trusted. On the way, they stop at Little Garden where they meet Dory and Broggy, two giants, and Usopp ends up forming a bond with them. On the way, Nami gets really sick and is unable to travel, so they went on to find a doctor, which took them to a snow island called Drum Kingdom. Now, Snow Island had a tyrant leader called Wapol, who ate the Munch Munch fruit and was exiled by his people, but was looking for a way back to the island. But more on this later. The only doctor in the village lived on top of a mountain, and the only way to get there was to climb up. With no choice, Luffy and Sanji take Nami up the mountain. Along the way, Sanji gets injured and Luffy does the most badass thing ever. He carries Nami on his back and Sanji with his mouth and takes them both up the mountain with bleeding fingers. There, they meet Dr. Kureha and her reindeer student Chopper. Nami gets healed, the crew fights Wapol for justice, and Chopper joins the crew. Finally, we are at Alabasta. Now, a lot of things happen at Alabasta, and this is a 5-minute recap, so we can't dive deep. So I'll just give like an overview. So first, the revolution in Alabasta. The citizens were angry with the kingdom because of a plan that Crocodile, who is Mr. Zero. Crocodile is the leader of Barako. He used a powder called Dance Powder to cause rain in the capital city of the country while leaving the rest of the city in drought. Understandably, the people were angry. He then uses the abilities of one of his minions to trick the citizens to thinking the king was the one that was doing all this, which then led to a revolution. The reason why he did this was so that he could become king and find Pluton, an ancient weapon of mass destruction. To find this weapon, he needed to read a poneglyph, an indestructible ancient stone that nobody can read except Miss All Sunday, which is why he was working with her. While all this was happening, we meet Ace for the first time, Luffy's older brother, and he is just super cool. We then learn that he's looking for a pirate named Blackbeard. The crew then parts ways with Ace as Ace continues his search. To help Vivi stop the destruction of the city, the crew helps her by fighting the whole of Crocodile's crew. Luffy ends up fighting Crocodile not once but twice, losing both times almost to the brink of death before finally fighting him for the last time and defeating him. Why? Because he's the MC. Crocodile ate the sand fruit, so he couldn't be hit unless your body had water on you, which is how we discovered what you could do to Logia fruit users. Crocodile's evil plan gets discovered and the revolution comes to an end. It finally rains, marking the end of Alabasta. Oh, and Pell explodes but does not die. Don't try to understand it, that's just One Piece. After setting sail from Alabasta, the crew finds a stowaway on their boat, who was none other than Miss All Sunday. During the fight with Crocodile, she helped Luffy, giving him an antidote to Crocodile's poison as well, and Luffy also saved her life. With nowhere to go, she asked to join the crew, much to the pleasure of Sanji. Miss All Sunday's name is actually Nico Robin, and so the 7th member of the crew joins the Straw Hats, Nico Robin, and that officially marks the end of Alabasta. Don't forget to leave a comment, like, subscribe. Tell us, do you like Alabasta? And stay tuned for the next one. Peace out.